Here's a psychological fact you're not ready for. You're not stressed because of your job, traffic, or the state of the country. If you're lying awake at 3 in the morning and every sound in the house sends you into panic, it's not because the world is dangerous. It's because, psychologically speaking, you've decided to remain a child. Most of us live in the illusion that we're adults just because we pay bills and have a driver's license. But psychology says otherwise. Physical birth is easy. It happens on its own. But that second birth, social and mental adulthood, for most people today, it never happens. We live in a culture of perpetual children. And until you understand this concept, you'll be a victim of every little thing that goes wrong. And here's where it gets worse. Your brain actively lies to you that you need security, while that same need for security is exactly what makes you incapable of living. Today, we're going to shatter that illusion. Let's analyze that 3 a.m. fear. Why does the smallest creak in the floor throw you into terror? Because you don't have focus. Your brain is a survival machine. When it doesn't have a big task, it goes hunting for threats. Imagine a pro gamer or an athlete in the middle of a championship final. It's loud. The crowd is screaming. Opponents are shoving him. Is he afraid? Does he notice his shoe rubbing? No. His focus is so locked on the goal, on winning, that everything else gets shut off. Now imagine that same man sitting in a dentist's waiting room without his phone. Suddenly the drill from the other room sounds like a horror movie. Every minute feels like an hour. In older societies, there were rituals. They'd send you into the forest. You had to survive the night alone. The message was clear. No one is coming to save you. Rely on yourself. Today, we live in a culture where the moment a problem appears, we look for someone to call, our parents, the police, the boss, the state. That is the definition of a child. A child looks for a rescuer. An adult solves the problem. If you don't have a life goal, a mission bigger than your fear, then you're just a scared child in an adult body reacting to every little sound. So now you're wondering, all right, how do I grow up? The answer is simple. You need a goal. The problem is, school never taught you this. School taught you how to calculate the square root of 125, but it never taught you how to find purpose. Here's the brutal truth. If you don't have your own North Star, you're just an extra in someone else's movie. You serve other people's goals because you don't have your own. Imagine driving through thick fog. You can't see your hand in front of your face. You crawl at 20 kilometers an hour, sweating, and every headlight coming toward you looks like a truck about to hit you. That's life without a goal, anxiety at maximum. Now imagine the same fog, but this time you have state-of-the-art GPS and a thermal camera clearly showing the road, telling you 5 kilometers to your destination. The fog is still there. The danger is the same, but the fear is gone. Why? Because you have orientation. A life goal is that GPS. It gives you a fixed point in chaos. When you know you're moving towards something big, a career, a family, building something, daily problems become irrelevant. Without a goal, you're not the captain of the ship. You're just a plank floating in the ocean, tossed wherever the waves want. This brings us to a key psychological concept: selective perception. Your brain doesn't see reality. It sees what it wants to see based on your goals. Most people think their emotions are reactions to events. They're not. Your emotions are reactions to your expectations of events. Imagine you're stuck in brutal city traffic, total gridlock. You haven't moved for 45 minutes. Scenario A. You're late for a job you hate and your boss is waiting to chew you out. Every minute raises your blood pressure. You swear. You slam the steering wheel. Traffic is your enemy. Scenario B. You just got a call saying you won 5 million euros in the lottery and you're on your way to pick up the check. The traffic is the same, but you don't care. You're singing in the car, you're laughing at people honking. The event, the traffic, is objective. Your reaction is subjective, and it depends entirely on your goal. When you have a big life goal, it functions like a filter. All the little things, like insults, delays, breakdowns, your brain automatically discards as irrelevant because it has bigger work to do. A normal person without a goal wastes energy on every trivial thing. Someone looks at him the wrong way. He argues. Someone cuts him off. He rages. He's reactive. A man with a goal is proactive. But what if you don't have a goal? What if you're just waiting for time to pass? Then you run into the harshest law of reality. Call it the law of use. There's an old saying, to those who have, more will be given. From those who don't have, even what little they have will be taken away. It sounds unfair, doesn't it? Cold, cruel, but it's the law of nature. Look at the gym. It's the perfect example. You have a body. You have potential. If you start training, the first 3 months are hell. Everything hurts. You don't see results. You feel weak. That's the painful beginning of learning anything. Most people quit right there and say, "This isn't for me." But if you survive that phase, you enter exponential growth. Your muscles don't grow linearly. They start working for you. Everything gets easier. Now, what happens if you don't train? Do you stay the same? No. Your muscles atrophy. Your body deteriorates. There is no stagnation in life. You either grow exponentially or you decay. School lied to you that learning is linear and boring. It's not. Learning is torture only in the beginning. Later, knowledge sticks to knowledge. If you buried your talent because you were too lazy to put in the work, don't be surprised when life takes even the little confidence you had. Unused potential turns into pain. Let's go back to the start, Maud, to growing up. We said we live in a culture of children who chase security. Here's the slap you needed. You're trying to secure your future before you've even built it. You demand guarantees. You demand a safe job. You demand the state to take care of you. That's like a knight going to kill a dragon, but first stopping in an insurance office to buy a policy for third-degree burns. That's not how it works. A child says, "The teacher hates me. Someone else is to blame." An adult says, "I didn't study, so I failed. I am responsible." You want to stop being afraid at night? You want insults to stop controlling you? Then do 3 things. First, define a goal. Any goal, as long as it's yours, let it be a point on the horizon you stare at. Second, stop looking for a rescuer. Daddy State doesn't exist. No one is coming. You are the hero you've been waiting for. Third, invest in yourself. Don't bury your talents. Endure the initial pain of learning, because the reward isn't linear. It's exponential. When you do that, the sound at 3 in the morning won't be a monster anymore. It'll be just the wind, and you'll roll over and go back to sleep, because tomorrow you've got work to do. If this video opened your eyes, do one thing for yourself. Write in the comments what your North Star is for this year. Take responsibility. And if you want more psychology and facts like this, no sugarcoating, no excuses, subscribe to The Raw Truth. See you in the next video.